There's not much going on for Star Wars games right now, so today I would like to share some of my favorite mods and games that the Star Wars community has created for us to enjoy. Star Wars Movie Duels. This is a massive total conversion mod for JEDI Academy on PC that includes content from the movies, shows, games, and even the expanded universe. There are multiple ways to play, with many missions based on scenes from the movies and shows. Although not all of them are currently available, you can experience some of the most iconic moments from the franchise. They even made intro cutscenes that perfectly match with the movies. With all the custom animations and the use of the original music and sound, it's really impressive for the technology. In this mod, you can play all the way from the Duel of the Fates to the final battle between Luke and Vader. At the moment, the Clone Wars and Rebels each have a playable mission, with more on the way at some point. There is an impressive amount of detail, and everything has been translated perfectly. The amount of work and passion behind this project is very clear. Aside from the main story missions, there is an absurd amount of maps and characters available. From iconic locations like Mustafar to levels from The Force Unleashed, you can select a dueling map and then decide which character you'd like to play. All of the characters you'd expect are here, but they went above and beyond. Practically anyone you can think of is here. And most characters have several different versions from each era with new looks, animations, and voice lines. After you select your character, you can spawn friendly or enemy characters to fight with or fight against. There are other options too, letting you change the weather of the map and behavior of the AI. With the roster available in all these different options, you can create some crazy fanfiction matchups. Each character looks and feels as you would hope. With everything that's available, it's a Star Wars fan's dream. There are even other ways to play, like a challenge mode and an alternate history mode where you can try to change the fate of the galaxy. If you wish Anakin could kill Palpatine, you can do that here. Side note, the start of the challenge mode has a very unexpected fight, one that you would certainly not see in a Disney-approved game.
You blockhead!
If you own Jedi Outcast, you can play through the game's campaign with some additions and improvements from the mod. But you can also play JEDI Academy's campaign in a sort of remastered format, with tons of new customization options for your character, lightsaber, and weapon selection. This might be the best and easiest way to play these games in 2024. On their official YouTube channel, the mod team teased that they will be adding online multiplayer in the future. There are some excellent JEDI Academy multiplayer mods that you can play, but I'm excited to see this mod's unique take. While there is no release date for the next update, this mod is still being worked on in 2024, and I can't wait to see what they add next. If you're a Star Wars fan and you haven't given this mod a try, I cannot recommend it enough. The Battles of the Clone Wars. This is a huge mod for classic Battlefront 2 on PC. It includes several new maps inspired by the show, many new classes, heroes, and vehicles in the Clone Wars art style, voice lines and music from the show, and all new modes. The new units look incredible. Which heroes and Clone Legion will appear will depend on the map and era you selected. From the instant action menu, you can choose from 3 different options of which season you would like to play. Some options will be restricted to certain map, modes, and era combinations, but there is room for mixing and matching. You can play on the new maps with the new content with the standard Battlefront 2 modes, but there are several modes that offer a very different experience. This mod lets you play through various Order 66 scenarios on either the Jedi or Clone side. It's pretty much what you would expect in this scenario, but there's no younglings. Remember,
good soldiers follow orders.
You can even play as Ahsoka and Rex trying to escape the Venator from the clones and Darth Maul. It may not be great for gameplay, but a neat detail is as Ahsoka, you can't attack with your lightsaber. You can block and use the Force, but that's it. One of my favorite parts is the Umbara map. It's foggy and huge and looks amazing with blaster fire lighting everything up. Overall, this is a fantastic Clone Wars experience, with tons of content to try and good replay value. This might be one of the best large-scale single-player Clone Wars experiences you can have right now. Star Wars Galactic Legacy, similar to movie Duels, is a mod that has a selection of battles and moments from across the Star Wars timeline. There is some overlap with movie Duels. For example, they both have Duel of the Fates and the assault on the Jedi Temple. I love Star Wars fans and how much passion is put into projects like these. And this shows in how perfectly these two mods recreate exactly the scenes from the movies. Personally, I think Galactic Legacy captures the atmosphere of the marching scene slightly better due to having more clones and some subtle things with the lighting and camera placement. This version does have an amusing part where Anakin confronts a Jedi and there is some new voice acting. I appreciate the effort, but it's funny because the voice actor doesn't sound anything like Anakin.
Has something happened?
Where is Shock T?
Also, the end of the scene is ridiculously brutal.
Skywalker.
Later in this mission, you get to fight temple guards, which is very fun. Compared to movie Duels, there aren't that many missions. But what is there is high quality, like the perfectly recreated Revan versus Malak fight. Although it's a bit weird hearing Revan's voice.
During your reign as the Dark Lord, I did not think that was possible.
The light side is stronger than you know, Malak.
In addition to the scripted missions, there's a whole other launcher that lets you play custom multiplayer matches against bots. I don't think it's a mode where I would spend much time in, but it's really nice to have. At least it lets you create a custom character and lightsaber. Ravenfield is a low-poly FPS that may not be for everyone, but with it being a platform for mods, there is a good selection of Star Wars content. And if you can look past its visual style, you can have a great time with some massive Star Wars battles. On the Steam Workshop, you can find most of the classic Battlefront 2 maps to play and some new custom maps. What stands out with the mods in Ravenfield is the scale of the battles. You can literally have as many AI on a map as your PC can handle. You can play with factions from the 3 main eras, and there are lots of options for different unit skins, weapons, and vehicles to choose from. I can't emphasize enough how impressive these battles can be. There are many little mods that you can add to make it feel more like Star Wars with the music, sounds, blaster bolts, and faction voice lines. Ravenfield has Steam Workshop support, so all you have to do is select the mod you want, subscribe, and wait for it to download. The mod will automatically install, so you won't have to mess with game files. There are some mod collections you can check out, but you may have better luck if you pick out what you'd like to play and test what works on your own, as some mods may be broken due to game updates if the modder has moved on. While I won't claim to be amazing at Empire at War, and I have not played as many RTS games in recent years as I would like, I can confidently tell you that there are plenty of high-quality Empire at War mods to check out. Here's a personal favorite, Republic at War.
Captain, watch your stabilizer, Gold 6! Anybody cover me! I've got 2 vultures on my tail! You've got to hold them here! Watch your left! I can't shake them! I'm hit! I'm hit! Where's my reinforcements?
According to the mod page, Republic at War is a total conversion mod for Star Wars Empire at War Forces of Corruption. The mod replaces the Empire with the Galactic Republic and the Rebel Alliance with the Confederacy. Republic at War focuses heavily on the theatrical films, but also contains content from the Clone Wars cartoon series as well as the expanded universe. players can reenact various Clone Wars campaigns, such as the Outer Rim sieges. Players will have the choice to fight as either the CIS or the Republic, and wage war for control of the galaxy. Realism is key, and players will have unprecedented control over how and where they fight. Push forward with an entire clone legion, such as the 501st or 212th, or overwhelm your opponent with a seemingly endless number of B1 battle droids. Republic at War is fantastic and captures the feel of both the movies and the show in such a cool way. I love hearing the sounds from the show and hearing the voice lines of the clones as I order them into battle. To make these battles even more epic, Empire at War has an awesome feature that creates cinematic shots of battles. Getting up close and personal with all the new units looks amazing. You can play simple skirmishes, or you can play a Galactic Conquest mode, which offers different scenarios for a strategic galaxy-wide campaign. It's really cool to see so many memorable planets and systems from the Clone Wars, and have a role to play in deciding the war's outcome. Even in the base game, space battles are where Empire at War really shines. Calling in a massive Star Destroyer never gets old, and being able to target individual ship systems feels amazing. If you're craving some strategic Star Wars battles, I highly recommend playing this mod, along with the many other impressive Empire at War mods. Thanks for watching. Please consider liking and subscribing to help me get to 1,000 subscribers. Everything mentioned in the video will be linked in the description below. If you'd like to see an impressive Clone Wars fan game, check out this video here.